Hello and welcome to another video where I'm talking about my CD collection. This time I'm talking about Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, the best of. Nick Cave started his career, I think, as the lead singer of a really crazy post-punk band called The Birthday Party, and eventually he went on, took a couple members of that band and started the Bad Seeds. It's had a revolving lineup. It's a huge band. A lot of people have come and gone from the ranks of the Bad Seeds. Nick Cave is an artist who I have a lot of, sorry, this is shaking. I have a lot of appreciation for, but I don't, this is the only album I have of his. I thought this would be a great cross section of his career, a great introduction to his music. Because sometimes when you keep reading about an artist and you want to check out their work, it's hard to know exactly where to start. Sometimes it's worth it to start with the first album. Sometimes it's worth it to start with the newest album or to find out which one is the most popular. But in this case, I went into a used record store and found a copy of Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, the best of. He's got a very deep baritone voice, and he deals with very spiritual and dramatic subject matter. He has a few murder ballads. In fact, he has an album of murder ballads. He's an artist who I'd really like to check out more of his work. But I lost my original copy of this. And then I think it was around 2002, my girlfriend at the time, who is now my ex-wife, bought this copy for me. And this was the first time I've listened to it in a long time. Some of my favorite tracks on here, the most popular one, I think, or the most familiar one is Red Right Hand. But the opening track, Deanna, there's a funny story about Henry Rollins and Jello Biafra hanging out backstage when Nick Cave was about to perform, and Nick invited them out to sing backup on Deanna. And Jello Biafra is like, I don't even know that song. But Henry said, well, it's really simple. You just keep singing Oh Deanna. Red Right Hand, I think, was in one of the Scream movies. Straight to You was covered recently, or within the last couple of years, by Evan Dando of the Lemonheads on the second Varshawn's album, which is a second album of cover tunes. Tupelo is, I don't know how to describe the music. Sometimes it's minimal, and sometimes it's there's a lot going on, but it's always intense. And sometimes even in the quietest moments, it's intense because he knows how to build that tension up. He really he's mastered the art of dynamics. And a lot of that is because of who he has in his band. Warren Ellis is one of his bandmates. He also had, I don't know if Blixa Bargeld is still in his band, but Blixa Bargeld was in one of the most intense industrial bands from Germany. Einstürzende Neubauten, I think is how you pronounce it. It's German for collapsing new buildings. But that's a whole other rabbit hole to go down if you want to check out some really scary industrial music. Into Your Arms, I saw him perform that on David Letterman. And David Letterman declared it to be his favorite new song. Anyway, I think my wife's home now. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about it. Check out Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.